Hello! I hear some of you have gone back to school, but some haven't. And so some of you are at home still, practicing your ukulele, possibly doing the odd performance. So I thought it would be really nice to show you a way of making an easy ukulele strap that means that you can stand up and perform if you want to. We're going to make two different sorts, really simple sort with string, and then sort of smarter sort with ribbon. So you might want to stop the video now and go and find some string and a ribbon. And the other thing you're going to need is some sort of hook. Now, this is the sort of hook I mean. Now this hook, if you ask your parents very nicely, you might find they actually have one lurking around. It's called a curtain hook, and you can buy them in boxes, or if you ask your parents really nicely, they might have one in one of their curtains that they can let you borrow. Okay? A curtain hook. A pair of scissors is going to be very useful too, but if it's a sharp pair of scissors, check with your family that you can use it. Okay. This won't take long. Piece of string. Okay? I've got a ball of string here, so this is the end of the piece of string. You put the piece of string behind your neck, you hold the end in that hand there, and then you get two pieces of string and you make sure that they reach down, I'm going to show you here, down to where your tummy button is, there, okay? So where there is your tummy button. Okay, so you've got two bits, well, one whole bit, and it reaches right the way around your neck, down to where your tummy button is, okay? So hold those two like that, and then get your scissors carefully and cut. So now you've got a really long piece of string there, and it reaches behind your neck and it goes down to where your tummy button is. Okay, now what you're going to do, you're going to either get a grown-up, or you can do this yourself. You're going to make a knot to knot those two together, and you're going to do it by wrapping the two bits around the finger and then putting the long bit through the hole that you've made, like that. There. And pull, unless you're not. You don't really want that sticky up bit there. It's a bit rubbish. You could neaten it up. If it was nylon string, you could ask somebody, maybe they could melt the odd bits for you, but I'm just going to trim it off. So it looks a bit like a end of a spring onion. There we go. Okay, so now we've knotted that round, take it off from around your neck. Okay, apart from when you're playing ukulele, this is never a good idea. Nor get it in your earrings. Okay, so there you go. You've got your piece of string. It's a loop. Now, this is the clever bit. You take your cup hook and you put it like this through the string, like that, and then you slide the string up into this bit here, bonk, like that. And that's how you need it to be. So can you see how that's worked? You put it on and then you put it into there. Now, you can leave it like that if you want to. Some people, though, will find that inevitably this little bit gets pulled off the string. So this is what I'm going to suggest. You can choose any colour cotton that you want. I've got a red one here, maybe. It might help you to see it. And then tie, or I'm going to actually just wrap a piece of cotton, whoops, around here, just to stop that coming off. I suppose you could use some sort of tape or something like that, or you could actually sew this with a needle if you were a bit handy and you were a bit older, and you could do that. But otherwise, let's just put a bit of cotton around there, and that way the string is trapped. Here we go, all the way there. Can you see? So we have our red cotton tied around there, and it's stopping the the white thread from coming off. And now I'm going to tie up those two ends so they can't come off. And you can use just a normal knot for that. Do it back 2 or 3 times and then it won't come undone. Okay, so I'm going to actually tie off those two ends now, and that way this string can't come off. Let's just tie that up now. You can tell that I've never worked for Blue Peter, because any moment now they would be saying, and here's one I made earlier, but this is actual real tying of knots. Okay, you might need someone to help you to do that. You might be able to do it yourself, which is absolutely great. Either way, doesn't make any difference, same end result. Right, come on Mrs. Red Cotton, in you go there, lovely. So once you've tied off your piece of red cotton, just to stop that from coming off, this thing is practically ready to use. I'm going to trim off the loose ends of cotton, because the last thing you want are bits of cotton lurking around. I suppose the other thing you could do, if your parents or anybody had a hot glue gun or something like that, you could put a blob of hot glue, but you'd have to ask your family. Just there, look, you see, to hold this string in place. Really, all you need to do is to be able to hold that string. This can't accidentally come out now. That's why I've tied that cotton round. But you could experiment. So now you've got a long piece of string, in this case with a piece of cotton wrapped around it, a long piece of string, and on one end is a hook. And really that's the basic neck thing. So what you do now is you put it around your neck, but you make sure the hook is facing forwards. Can you see that? So there's the hook, and you put it around your neck with the hook bit facing forwards, like an elephant's trunk. There. So it's facing forwards. Now what happens is, you put your ukulele in front of you, you put this string underneath the ukulele, and then the little hook goes inside here, look, under that string, and it just hooks in there like that. And then when you stand up, ta-da, your ukulele, you don't have to hold it with this hand. Go as mad as you want, and that actual ukulele, as long as you're holding it this end, that ukulele is nice and safe. So you might want to have a go at making one of these, and then you can practice and do some performances at home. Okay, now obviously I did say I was going to make a different one, so this is an idea. Instead of using string, and string is fine, it just gets a little bit heavy every now and then. If it's very thin string, it can hurt your neck. Look, this is some Christmas ribbon. Okay, green, red, green. There's red velvet. Ooh, there's shiny satin ribbon. You could choose one to go with your outfit, or you could just choose ordinary black ribbon or something else. Sometimes ribbon comes on cakes, sometimes ribbon, it's the sort of thing that's lying around in the house somewhere. You can choose whatever colour you like. And then of course when you get to the bit that's like this, where you have to wrap your cotton round, you can choose something the same colour as your ribbon. And it works just the same, even though this ribbon is very, very thick and wide. It's quite nice because it's a bit softer on your neck. When it's around your neck, it doesn't pull so much. So remember, come on, you tell me, what do? We get a piece of ribbon or string, and how far does it have to reach? Both ends have to reach down to your, down to your tummy button. Okay, right, so down to here. Some people call it a belly button. My mum told me that was really rude. So just down to there, put them together. Okay, what do? You cut it off so both ends are the same length. Brilliant. Okay, now you've got two ends the same length. You can knot them together. I'm going to take it off to do that. It's a bit easier. knot them together. If you can't do this on your own, you can get a member of your family to do it. You can bribe your brother or your sister or your grandma or your granddad. There you go, look. Actually, that's not too ugly, but you could always trim that end. If you were worried your knot was going to come undone, you could sew it a little bit just so it doesn't come undone. Okay? Trim it off. Whoa, that is a bit messy now. I'm sure you can do much, much better. I think these scissors are a little bit old, even older than me. Oh. Okay, so there you go. There is your loop. Do you remember what you do? You put it around your neck, and then you're going to need a hook. Okay, hook. There's your hook. Doesn't really matter which way you put it on, but you have to put it on through there, and it loops, and then you carry on twirling it. There, look, until it goes into its little tiny hooky bit there. And that will be where, whoop, that will be where you wrap your cotton around to stop it from coming out. You put it around and around there. Not sure whether I can do that in a hurry. Did I bring some green cotton with me? No, just some red. I know, I'll use yellow. That'll be nice. So cut yourself off some cotton. Okay. Nice long bit of cotton. And I'll wrap it round. Wrap it round and round and round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to say 10 times 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously, look, you can't wrap it around the whole thing. You just wrap it around the little bit just here, okay? Not around the whole thing, otherwise your ukulele is not going to go on it. And you tie it off. Tie it off neatly. This is quite tricky, this bit, because you've just got loose bits of cotton. It might be right handy to have somebody with a spare pair of hands to tie it for you, or somebody to hold the hook whilst you tie it. You can do it. Couple of knots, 2 or 3 knots, one on top of the other, will hold it nice and tight, like that. And there we go. Nice and tight. And then just trim off the ugly, loose, saggy bits. Like there, okay. Trim, up, and trim. You don't want those lurking around. Like that. Okay, so it's nice and tidy. And now you've got a nice ribbony one. And this one, same thing, remember? Which way does it go around your head? I know. Do you remember? With the hook facing forwards. So you put it round your neck with the hook facing forwards like an elephant's trunk. There, going. And then get your ukulele, put it in front of the ribbon under your chin. Loop it up underneath, and then that hook, remember, goes on the bottom bit of the wood. Can you see? And it hooks inside the ukulele, and it won't hurt the ukulele. It stays there now. Look at that. So when you stand up, you've got this strumming hand free. Look, there, see? So this hand holds, and now you can just strum. It's a bit out of tune. So you can't let go with this hand, because if you did, look, it would just fall away. Probably fall on the floor. But it will support the weight of the ukulele, so you can move this hand around. Okay, so good luck with your ukulele strap making. Take some photos if you have any success. Sing me a song using your ukulele strap and send it to me, and I can post it up. And I hope you have a good first week back at school, if you're back at school. And if you're still at home, I hope you're having a good time at home too. Bye!